Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's been a while since I have been on here for an IGTV episode or a video at that. I have been out of the state for 6 weeks, but I'm back home in my comfy little house with my plants, and I am super excited just to be here, to sleep in my bed, and to have my stuff back because I love traveling, but I also love being in my own kitchen, being able to chill on my couch, and just hanging out and doing what I want to do. So today we're going to be talking about tap water. If you saw the post yesterday, you're probably thinking, what the heck is going on? And how can this stuff be in our water? Like this essential thing that we use every single day. Well, it's actually interesting. And if you didn't see the post, you might be a little confused, but that's okay because I'll talk about it and then I'll reference the post for you. So tap water is something that comes into every part of our life. We drink it. People say you need to drink half your body weight in ounces. So we drink it, we shower in it, we take baths in it, we brush our teeth with it, we wash our face with it, we cook with it, we make ice cubes with it. There's all these things that we do with tap water, more than just drinking out of your faucet. And it's really important that we understand that because then we can understand how important it is that we get filters everywhere in our home. If we can get a full house filter, that would be ideal, but just like me, that's not an option. And so I have different filters throughout different parts of my home. So I just pulled up the database from the Environmental Working Group of my water quality here in Florida, and it's quite disturbing. So I'm going to read you some of the contaminants that are found in the water here. So chlorate, which is basically what happens during the processing of chlorine when they add the chlorine to the water, and that is a harm to the thyroid. So we already have all of these environmental toxins and environmental chemicals coming at our thyroids, and so to have our water that we're drinking and being surrounded with all day long also doing that, not good. So the healthy level, they say, is 210 parts per billion. Here, my water here personally is 297.3 parts per billion, and personally I'd like to see 0 parts per billion. Now the next thing that they have in the water here is chromium. So this is a hexavalent, and it is correlated and linked to cancer. So it's like I said, it's a carcinogen, so that's how it's linked to cancer, and this is due to industrial pollution. So the healthy guideline is 0.02 parts per billion, and luckily mine's not a ton over that. It's only 0.03, but the national is 0.782. That is ridiculous. The next contaminant here in Fort Myers is radiological contaminants, like radium. So that's just great. That is also linked to cancer, and it can accumulate in your bones and is linked to leukemia. So this is due to mining or certain chemicals leaching into the water, and it can increase the risk of cancer and may increase fetal harm. So women who are pregnant, this is really important to note. And then TTHMs. A lot of people know about TTHMs, trihalomethanes. This is another one that's linked to cancer, carcinogen. And these are examples. If you don't know what a trihalomethane is, you have chloroform, you have dibromochloromethane, bromoform, and then bromodichloromethane. And the health guideline is 0.8. Mine here in Florida in Fort Myers is 8.7, and the national level is 23.7 parts per billion. So this is not okay with me. Now, here are some other contaminants that are not necessarily above the health guidelines, but still in there. So we have haloacetic acids, and that's HAA5, and then we also have strontium. Yikes. So haloacetic acids are formed when disinfectants such as chlorine are added. So a lot of times chlorine in and of itself is better than the byproducts that it creates. There are so many different byproducts that it creates, and I have a full blog post about that at simplistic.org. Just type in chlorine. It will pull up all the chlorine byproducts that are actually more harmful and become even more harmful when you heat them. So things like boiling water or taking a really hot bath. Then with the strontium, it's a metal that accumulates in the bones, and radioactive strontium-90 can actually be the one that's linked to bone cancer and leukemia, and we don't want any of that. So from the post that I did yesterday, there are things in our water that we just don't want, and I don't care I don't care what they say about fluoride. We're not deficient in fluoride, so we don't need to be consuming it anywhere. It does not need to be in any part of our life. We do not need fluoride, and I will be putting out some really important studies on fluoride that I have been researching. It's different than you think, and the fact that they said, oh, it's good for your teeth, it's good for this, this, and this, and this. These are the same people that were telling us margarine, cigarettes, tobacco, and trans fats were good for us. Like, they're not. You have to get out of that mindset. There is no need for us to be having fluoride. And just a little sneak peek into the article that I'm going to be putting out, it's actually linked to higher rates of dental caries because it depends on calcium and magnesium concentrates in the body, and if you are malnourished in those, it's going to have the reverse effect of what experts are saying it does. Our waters are filled with heavy metals like arsenic and lead. Let's see, they have high levels of chlorate, and studies have even found that there's birth control, animal, and human feces and waste in our water, and then the antibiotics, and this leads to the epidemic of antibiotic resistance. So what's the good news? The good news is that you can filter your water. You can find clean filtered water, or you can buy a water filter at your house, and it'll be easy as that. So I use my Berkey. I have a link to that in my profile with the discount on there for you. And then I also use the clearly filtered water pitcher. And so anytime I go to a hotel, anytime I road trip, anytime I travel, I bring that pitcher, fill it up with water. That eliminates me creating waste from plastic bottles, and it eliminates me not knowing what's in my water. I just run it through there. It gets rid of heavy metals, birth control, all sorts of other environmental contaminants, and that's it. So my encouragement for you today is, number one, today, right now, order a water filter, either clearly filtered or Berkey. Brita doesn't cut it. I'm so sorry. If you have other questions about other water filters, send them my way. I'll check them out for you. But do that. You are worth it. You are worth investing in your health. And I hope you take this seriously. Head to my last post. It's the one all about the tap water. And you can read a little bit more in depth. So have an awesome, awesome day, and share this with someone who might love it.